What do you do in YouTube? I'm live, but it's not there it is. Do in YouTube. Hey. Oh, did you see the Nintendo Direct this morning? Well, the one thing I cared about was Metroid Prime 4. Let's just say I don't think I'll have a reason to need to get a Switch 2. Or even figure out how to emulate it. Nope, it doesn't. It apparently comes out, I think, this December of this year. I mean, we'll see when it actually releases. But yeah. Prime 4, which we've been waiting for since... When did Prime 3 come out? Metroid Prime 3 came out in 2007. So we're almost to 20 years since a Prime game. And it's, yeah. Anyway. Alright, I'm live for Dev. Alright, so... Last I worked on this... Started working on the lower levels. Yeah, starting to work on the lower levels. Trying to figure out how I want this to go. Let's get some music playing. Make this better. Alright. Well, apparently I have flags set here. Okay. So, I kind of dipped on... I started on the left side and then started dipping on the right side. Yeah. So trying to figure out how I want to go about this. And I actually realize I don't want this here. We're gonna do something like this. Oops. When I originally was coming up for the idea of this kind of dungeon, I had some initial ideas in mind. I want to realize one of them, see how good it looks. Okay. Kind of thinking I want to go higher. There we go. There we go. I mean, at this point, I'd probably just put those there. Well, putting them there then gives me the ability to do that. Because the idea is, and the sad thing is, a lot of this isn't even going to look all that good with what I want for a while. Until I actually get the water in with the secrets. I can actually kind of mock it out here. Kind of forgot how I wanted to do this. think probably... I tested it over here. Forgot how I was gonna do it. I thought I wanted this on layer 3. Oh, yes, okay. Why do I have 2 of these? I guess there's one thing I don't know. Why 2? If it's just a water combo, then what does it matter? I think I overlooked that. The idea is when you get water, you have the actual visual of the water just goes on layer 3, and then probably layer 2 with the actual water. It looks like that only in the editor, so that I can visibly see. Alright, well, that's in theory. Yeah, then you actually get some side view swimming. There. That's essentially what you're gonna see. Obviously the shield isn't right in the sprite. Oh, it looked like I started sinking. Hey, Tablet. How are you doing? Good to see ya. No, well. So, basically that means whenever secrets are triggered, so I can actually kind of mark this out. You're basically going to get a bunch of, water, unsurprisingly. Oh god. And including here too. So like, it's going to look like this. I'm kind of thinking the way I might want it to look like is like this. Water comes down. And then of course on 2, I need to basically do the same thing. But the only difference is on 3, it'll be that. And then 2, it'll be that. But actually on 3, it gets even more complicated because the tops need to be 17. Because that's going to be for the actual top of the water. I don't know where my water went. That tends to happen for some reason. It seems to just not save it. Okay, we're just going to straight up not save anything I'm doing, apparently. So marking this out. Obviously, it looks a little strange with that, but you can see what water will be. And then, of course, there's going to be a ton of carryover. I don't love that. I kind of wish it wouldn't be carryover. Well, there's a reason I haven't done this yet. It's because I'm not confident yet in how I wanted to do it. I might do level state, which honestly would be easy enough to do. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. So, let's figure out what I'm doing with this path. There's a lot to do here. There's a lot of dungeon to flesh out. The boss is going to be in is probably going to be in this screen, and then this is going to be the Triforce. But essentially the idea is this whole column is going to be untraversable initially. And then as you work on the left and the right sides, you have to kind of unlock your way down with varying shortcuts. This design is going to offer a lot of shortcut potential, so it'll be very easy to like backtrack. There shouldn't be that much backtracking actually. But you ultimately need to get to, I think this screen. Because that's where the... Well, not that screen, this screen. This is the flippers. So this right here needs to be pasted here. And I'm just doing this to note where that is. We're gonna paste those. Okay. So right there. So this is a goal. So when I let you get here is kind of this first step of this dungeon. Since you don't have the flippers yet. But when you're able to get here is the question. How much am I gonna make you have to do? Hey Soma, how's it going? But I want a lot of this dungeon, this floor, to be inaccessible until you've gotten the water flooded. Which I'm kind of going to demonstrate with this particular path right here. I need to step away for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, so as I was saying, this floor is going to be slow going because figuring out how basically how to do it. I think the easiest way to demonstrate this is by essentially making a pit that needs to be filled with water in order to actually pass. It's like this, basically. New side view button. Oh, thanks. All of these tiles that you see here, from like here all the way down to here, were created by Moon on purezc. Found those tiles, and these just spoke to me as a water dungeon. So, yeah. Yeah, these are all custom tiles that I just found. So, I'm very, very excited to use them, and I think they look fantastic. But yeah, I think this is kind of what I'm feeling for this part. Let's take this down a peg. There we go. So basically, you'll need the hook shot in order to proceed through this room. And this is basically just going to be a passage here. And then if you, of course, do not have the hook shot or the flippers, you get stuck down here. So maybe what I'll do is I'll use my handy dandy ladder to get you out. So like this is a very simplified, like not simplified isn't a bad thing, but like very like root to the mechanics of the sub area. Just simply you need water here to do anything. Like as a player, you may have no idea what's going on with that screen, but once you get the water flooded, it'll become very obvious. Of course, I'm on layer 0. Uses for the angry platforms. Sure. Where are they? Yeah, maybe there'll be an angry platform somewhere. Okay. So I need to figure out what your ultimate route is going to be to the flippers. I kind of like the idea that you need to go through the right side, then the left side. And by the way, you are actually able to access the left side now. Pre-flippers, because there was all of this to get over here. But I made it to where up here, like this is the entrance here. So very quickly you could get down to the side view. Up and down the script squish link. I don't even need to script that. I could do that with moving FFCs. Literally the same way I do my moving platforms. I can leverage to do that. That'd actually be really easy. That's not what I wanted. How about that? Just kind of doing this to like block off what you can't actually get to. I think I need to do more with the water here. I really want to leverage the whole water bit, like needing to have the flippers. I mean, that's the whole concept, is you need to have the flippers to really do anything. So you're gonna have the flippers coming over here. And honestly, I do kind of want to pull from the messenger as well. Of course, I'm on layer 0. Because I could think of, oddly enough, the level from the messenger that has the music that's playing right now had a lot of stuff like that. So I'm thinking like here, I'm just gonna have this straight up like go down to here. Probably just like this, honestly. I think that's good. And this is all just going to be water tunnel. But of course, yeah, okay. It can't be all water here because then you have this bit here. This is where the main water for the boss is going to be. So you're literally going to be navigating through a water shaft here, which personally is not something I've seen in any Zelda game, Nintendo or otherwise. So I'm very excited to see how this sort of plays out. And it's so simple because side view water just exists in the engine. I had to do nothing fancy to do it. Literally just make myself liquid normal water combos and put them in side view. And I needed to work on some side view swimming sprites, which I don't even know how these work. So I'll need to inquire in the help channel. How are these? I just don't know how they're supposed to be set up. Like these I have set up right. These look fine. I don't know how to set them up otherwise. Boss swimming in its cavern. That wouldn't really gel with the lore behind it. That's the only issue. Otherwise, I like the idea. In fact, because Soma, what you're literally describing is Nightmare from Metroid Fusion. Because Nightmare is a boss that, long before you fight him, you see him flying around in the area you will eventually see is destroyed by him right before you fight him. You give such a good idea. No, you know what? I can make it work with the lore. I can make it work. Just make myself a random note. And then maybe that'll be like a later enhancement. I like the idea of it. Well, okay, no, you know what? I shouldn't put this here. Let's put it like deeper. The fact that I could do Control-C, Control-X, Control-V in the notes is awesome. I love it. It's basically a text editor. Okay. So that's a water shaft. So you're not even... Okay, so I'm developing area you're not even going to see until you get the flippers. So I can already assume this is later in the dungeon. Actually, let's do these. I actually kind of like the idea of just having that open. Well, no, that wouldn't really make sense, because then how would you even get across? But this is super exciting because once you have the flippers, obviously for a quest that doesn't have Rock's Feather, how do you enable the player to go up is a challenge. Stairs and hookshot were currently the only means. Now swimming is a way that I can just have in dungeons, which will be exciting after this because I do plan on having much more side view. I plan on eventually having an entirely side view dungeon. That is 100% side view. So, very exciting. And slopes. Well, and I've already used slopes. They're kind of jank, especially when you go between screens, which I do right here. It's funny how ZC doesn't even acknowledge that that's a slope. Yeah, you can see it's freaking out right there. Not to mention that slopes used to and might still soft lock you if you're hookshotting when you run into one. That was a fun soft lock I discovered. Okay. So let's have this go a little bit further down. And then have this. I didn't want that incline, but you know what? Let's let the mistake gods have their fun. My unsteady hand. My hand's been very unsteady. I don't know why. So this is all going to be by the time you get here, it's all going to be submerged. So there's going to be a lot of water fun. Have some traps swinging around or something. I don't know. Do something fun. So basically, it's actually going to be kind of interesting how when this is all flooded, I'm basically dictating this level here is where like the top of the water would be, and it floods all down below. Obviously there'll be water up here, but like the primary flooding will be further up. This side, however, is a little bit different. I wasn't gonna have any floodedness until you're like down this far. I do need to try to keep focused though, because I still need to walk through this like you're the player and you don't have the flippers. You might have a few keys. You know what? I'm actually tempted to have the water like be up to here. And then you're literally diving into it. Well, no, I still want you to be able to go through here without the flippers, even if you activate the water. Because theoretically, you can activate the water before you even enter side view. Which I guess is strange, isn't it? It's strange that you can enter before you are even in side view. Because both of these... Well, no, this one you actually can't. This one you can only activate the water until, like, once you have the flippers. So I guess I'm okay with this side being a little different. Ooh, that was seamless. That looked cool. So this dungeon's actually kind of linear right now. I mean, you can go this way before you activate the water or have the flippers. And then you actually are able to get up from here. But you know what's funny? You actually are soft locked down here. I don't actually have a way of you getting out yet. Not every map needs to be symmetrical. Well, they're not. These maps are not symmetrical, in fact. As you can see, there's asymmetry there and there's asymmetry there. So I felt that kind of fit really well for like a water temple. Doesn't need to be symmetrical. Oh, that's right. I was trying to think of ways to get you up from here. Oh. I have an idea for how I can do this. Question, is this reachable with... Okay, that's the wrong map. Link's just gonna fall indefinitely. Oh yeah, I could demonstrate the puzzle right now. I just need to test that this hook shot spot is reachable with the hook shot. So there's two ways to solve it. Obviously you need a block. So there's only one way you can really get stuck here. Well, actually, there's a number of ways, but you don't want to push a block on a block. There's no implementation for that. It actually breaks it if you do that, because the block on top will just stay stuck. So from here, I can go left or right. Doesn't matter. But you do need to make sure you push that. Otherwise, the game breaks. And I almost just messed up. But you want to get this. Oops. Oh, wow. So collision is messed up. So that still happens for some reason. But now that block's there. So... that's how you do it. Alright, well, I'm noticing an immediate problem here. What? Stop defaulting to that, man. Yep. Oh, really? It's literally like pixels away. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna do this. Or I could put a ladder. That's so goofy. Alright. The fact that it's like you could see it's like the perfect distance to measure the short shot because of how close it got. And of course getting here early doesn't really net you. Oh, well, it actually does net you something. Interesting. Well, what if I did this? Oh, that's an easy solution, Soma. Yeah. You got it. Well, I'm still gonna do what I did. Because I can still do that. Okay, well now it's dead silent. I don't like that. The only thing this doesn't have is slopes. Trying to figure out how to prevent you from doing that. I mean, I could just eliminate this gap entirely, which I think is probably the way to go here. There. Then I can just omit that and have that. Because, like, going right here doesn't do anything for you. You get here and you're like, okay, great, now what? It's just a dead end. And then it is revealed to you once you're here. There. Well, it appears I did not mitigate any issues. Yeah, when it falls smoothly, that is. That's something that Emily doesn't really know why it does that. Okay, so that's a bit jank. I think I can fix this simply by putting you a little bit lower. There. So that fixes that. Of course, now the question is, when you go this way, what's going on here? So this block puzzle unlocks the path over there. Also occurred to me, these chains. There we go. Let's see, go this way. And there's these screens here. I don't really figure out how I want you to do this. Because the water breakage is actually here. That's the screen. That doesn't actually make sense now, does it? That'll look weird with the water just inexplicably coming from here. Well, no, I can make it work. I can make it work. That's centered. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll make this work. I can make it work. If it doesn't fit with the layout, I'll make it work with the design. Is that the same as this? I guess it would be this. Oh, used for secrets? So then there's no triggers. Okay, good. That's what I want. And I'm thinking this will end up here. Probably on 1. And then we'll have on 3. Okay, I think that'll ultimately look good. Obviously, it won't be that water. What I'll probably do is have, like, here. And then I'll modify these tiles. I'll get more tiles that shows the waterfall kind of pooling out of it. Yeah, I think that'll work fine. Piranha plants? Maybe, yeah. Are those tiles I have? I don't know if that'd be in this base tile set. Ooh, I want to leverage this at some point. That'd be neat. So anyway. So I think I've got that figured out now. Then, of course, that water will pour all the way down. Kind of like that being like that. And I kind of like the idea that you have... That's all on layer 0. So think, you could walk here right off the bat. There will not be water on this side, so I can leverage that. I can leverage that. The screens don't connect. Kind of like the idea that you are just allowed to go where you shouldn't, but ultimately it like gives you paths. But I do like the idea of doing it with this guy. Okay, that's quite a bit more obvious now. You bomb that, and you're going down a shaft that would otherwise be flooded. And luckily for me, I have ways of preventing you from going further than you should in situations where there would be water, i.e. my metal gratings from level 6. So I can place these here to prevent you from going too far down. And now I have more territory for you to be able to... Well, alright, fine. I guess I'm going to go with that. More that you can see over here. I mean, at this point, why don't I just do this? That's better. Okay. So you go this way. And how about I make this even more interesting? How about this actually cuts into it? That means now water's allowed to flow into here in addition to down here. And I like this idea that you fall and you can't go back up. So it's like point of no return. I like in games that I play, and I experience it a lot in like Elden Ring, but of course in a lot of other games. But Elden Ring is what first comes to mind. Oh, Piranha Plant. That's what you're talking about, Soma. Is when you're going through a dungeon or some kind of thing, you are given paths that are point of no return and also point of return. So it makes you have to like weigh your options. Like in this situation here, do I drop down here? Or like, yeah, in the screen here, do I drop down here where I can't get back up, or I don't know if I can, or do I go right first? Like you weigh your options. What is the smartest thing? And some people will just reckless abandon and go for it without even considering that there's a path that is a point of return. Maybe that'll reward them, maybe it won't. But I like that with this dungeon, I'm giving you those options. That you have point of no return or point of return. And this is obviously, this whole route here is a point of no return. Like, once you fall here, you're committed to this. And I think that's fun. I like that. And of course, in this particular scenario, this particular point of no return situation will eventually be flooded. Since, I'm letting water now flow into here. Let's only go to there. I want to leave myself with some options. And then why don't we just have these two wall bits connect. If I can have even remotely steady of a hand. Well, right, that too, Soma. I'm not as concerned about, like, I'm getting to the point where I can finally not hold the player's hand. Like, you've been playing this long. You're probably about 20 hours, 15, I'll say between 10 and 28. Well, I think Zach got to like 18 when he beat Demo 5. So you're easily like 10 to 20 hours into the game. You know what kind of ride this is. Also, I don't actually want this like this. Yeah. Now, the one challenge I'm having right now is how do I create a situation where you need the flippers to proceed, but you can also... Okay. What if I want you to go right without the flippers, but you can only go down with the flippers? Like, I could put spikes. Oh! Idea. We're gonna do this. Underwater switch. So what I'm going to build here is a small little pool. And I feel like this is actually something I've seen from Majora's Mask, to be honest. We're actually going to have this go onto that screen. So let's take this here. We're going to have a little pool here. A nice uniform little pool. But this pool is going to have... And I'm kind of doing this just to get those stupid solidity arrows out of my face. There's going to be water down here. Or rather... Oh, wait, but what if you didn't flood it yet? See, that's my challenge. What if you didn't flood it yet? Wait. No. Ooh, what if you didn't flood it? Well, these will be the answer. And I've already used these elsewhere. I use these over here. I'm gonna treat them as like weak rock that once the water hits it, it kind of like it hits it hard, basically. And just to make physics be a little bit more realistic here, I'll do this. So that means, well, how about instead of that, I just lower this. the reason why I'm doing this for physics' sake is because with this, that gives an excuse for the water to get stuck and then smash up against the whoops. Oh, but then you can't get through. Okay. You know what? This is a Zelda game. We don't need complete physics. Good. This is why I have level 7 here, or level 6 here. I need my side view. I need a side view switch. I thought there was... Yeah, there's one up here. Are there any of these that are like... Sword... Combo change... Copycat. Copycat. Interesting. How about I just... take you... I'm getting into a rhythm where I sort of keep... dungeon specific combos altogether, even if they already might exist. Oh. Sword trigger secrets. I probably could have used that without you know, copying it. But oh well, now I have one. So let's send you here, but make sure I delete. See, I love this new combo triggers page, because now I don't need to manually go through all the tabs. I can just go delete, delete. Now it does absolutely nothing. I could change the flippy horizontally. There you go. Sweet. So we're gonna go back to our pit. So underwater switch was the idea. Well, having the rocks here kind of defeats the what was the original idea I had with this? I wish I could have more, a different kind of barrier than just this. Because it'd be cool if you could fall in, but then you need a hook shot out. But there was a thing here that you clearly couldn't do yet. How could I prevent you from going down here? Or how do I prevent you from hitting the switch until waters hit it? It's a tricky one. I'm also kind of thinking for this. Let's just have the water straight up route this way. Maybe do like something like that. And this is all going to be flooded, basically. I'd like to use these spikes. I also like how the only difference is a slight color change. This is the only one that's quite different. What happens in Messenger Tides? Well, that's a different situation, I think. I wish I kept my Messenger playthrough. I need to play this game again. Wait, really? Oh, he's already hunting down the notes. Here we go. when would he have gone through the water? Oh wait, this is like the beginning. Am I forgetting this game? Oh, he's here. Interesting. Okay, he's in the sky. Okay, so he hasn't hit 16-bit. So now he's in 16-bit. This is how they handle lava. The gradually rising and falling lava seems like that's something I'd like to have. That'd be kind of cool. I could do that with the water too. I don't know. No, it's not this one. It's not gonna be that one. Man. I think this is it, actually. No. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, Sunken Shrine. So this is it. Yeah, I need to play this again. I mean, I've beaten this game in like 3-4 hours, I think, years ago. Here we go. This is the actual like water I was thinking of. So it's cool. Oh yeah, water currents. How could I forget that I wanted to do that? How could I forget? This game's awesome. I really need to play it again. Yeah, you're hunting the music notes here. Okay. Well. So... Body currents are totally possible. Yeah, I know. I already do it. I don't have any side view tiles for it, but I mean... I could probably reuse these, honestly. Or heck. I don't know. I would need tiles for it, but... I guess I'm just gonna use these. Yeah, shoot. Okay, the whole tides thing. Maybe I'm just gonna do that down here, because I want to do that before I forget that that's an awesome concept. How do I do it? How would I handle it? What about a water tunnel that's like a water chute, basically? Because I like the idea that this is like sucking you now down. Like this has a current to it. Whereas this is like just a basic navigation tunnel this way. This side's gonna basically kind of IOR's arrows. How it like kind of whisked you off and you couldn't really control it. I want to do that with like water currents. Yeah. But yeah, this will be like an actual torrential current that's pulling you through here. And maybe maybe I could give you some control of your direction. Also, it just occurred to me, I have these platforms, which I think can substitute like having to do at least like 2 high. I could have this be like singular. Yeah, let's do that. So let's say here, so like this side is going to be a current. I'm going to have tiles here that are going to look like they're pulling you down, and that's just going to yoink you this way. But much like up here, how you have some control if you try hard enough. You can make yourself go this way. Otherwise, you might get like yoinked down here. And I could even make it be like, I think this is a dungeon I can afford to be a little gimmicky. Meaning like, just kind of like do fun things with the gimmick without necessarily like always having a purpose with every single room. Which is kind of what I'm thinking for this particular room. I played a lot of quests that do that, and I actually really like it when they do. Not every room has to be like a big puzzle room. So like this could just be like a gimmick room sorta. Where you get pulled this way. Well, actually, doing what I just did kind of ruined my idea for this gimmick. So you get like sucked up here and through here. Because what I kind of wanted this room to be is it like zigzags you and like just tosses you all over the place. Although it is also worth mentioning, I did want to have a concept of breath, that you actually have breath and you can drown. So perhaps no. Well, I also kind of like the idea of just bordering these like an oxygen meter. Yeah, not officially. I don't necessarily want to like script an oxygen meter, even though I know that it's definitely possible with Emily's status system. But yes, there is I want to have a concept of breath, and that'll kind of be what the level 2 flippers sort of grants you, is the ability to like indefinitely breathe on the water, so you don't need to worry about it. So what I was thinking for this is maybe I am pulling you this way, but then perhaps if you try to pull your, like, the water level will stop here, and this will be like a little bit of a bubble here where you can get your breath back and dive back down. Well, the status effect system exists currently. Also, these tunnels can be singular wide. I don't need it to be so dense. You could do like this. And then you hop back in. And I like the idea that it like sort of like zigzags you around. And this is what I meant by playing into the gimmick. Like, this isn't actually a maze. It's literally just the currents just pulling you through. Poison status, yeah, that'd be kind of neat. There we go. I like this look. I think it'll be easy to just reuse these. It might look a little strange to see them in side view, but I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine. Once again, here I am doing stuff that isn't even like with the main flow that I wanted to work on. Because this is again like post flippers stuff. Come on, my God. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. And then once I get here, obviously, then it's done. So, yeah. Hopefully that's at least enough to remind me what this is going to be. So anyway, you discover this bomb spot. And then you come down here. You obviously can't go through here because that's where the... Oh, wait, that's where the water's gone. Alright, fine. I guess reuse my inexplicable water barrier. Not bombable. Only water can break those. In fact, I might have an owl saying some blocks can only be broken by torrential water force. And now that I say that, I want it. 3 owl statues in 1 dungeon. That's got to be a record. Also, I need to remember there's 2 top-down screens I never actually did anything with. Or I delete those screens. Who knows? Boss strings. We're already into the 900s. I passed it, I think. Here we go. That was 646. Cool, you got the big chest. Oh, the big grand chest that totally has something really special in it and definitely is not just a small key. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's real cool. So anyway, you come down here. You see this and you're like, oh boy. I just realized, what does that gain you? How about this gains you access to the torrent, the fun room? Those could be relegated for main treasures, in this case flippers. Oh, the big chest? That makes sense, wouldn't it? But then the screen wouldn't be symmetrical. Or maybe the screen is just not a chest with a key. And then, oh yeah, and then that would give me access or like ability to do something in there. Or, no, I've already determined where the... You know what's funny? I was planning on this up here being the boss key. Or I was planning on us being the flippers right here. What if I made that the boss key? No, because I went through all the work to design this, and there's nothing that expects you to have the flippers. So I think this needs to stay the flippers. Maybe this will be the boss key. Where were you? I've been trying to keep heart pieces out of dungeons. I'm personally not a humongous fan of that. Personally, so I guess what I could do is I could take out a layer of this. Do this. I didn't really want to do this either, but make this be... I'm adding more space so that I can... So I'm basically making this the boss key. And I was going to put... these but then it needs to go down a layer. Well, technically I count this, Soma. I guess I'll just... I mean, honestly, I can move this up. I don't think I'm using flags here. No, it's just combo triggers. So you blow through this. I mean, I could just move this up. See what all that work now was just to do this. Now I have you going down a layer. Because now I do this. But you see what that also does for me is now I have something that allows me to go this way. So not only does it give me an idea of how I can have you go this way, but it does so in a way that it also requires the flippers. Now you need the flippers to get through here. Because I have you guys on layer 1, and then I have you guys on layer 3. There we go. Well, that's fine, Soma, because now I'm developing something I should be developing. Because these were 2 screens I needed. So yeah, that'll be the boss key. And if you want me to use those chests, I do actually like the idea of using the big chests for the item. And I can just simply hot swap these chests here, I think. Like, there's nothing to stop me from just doing that, and that should still work all the same. I don't see why it wouldn't. Still a chest. There you go. Weird I didn't get an item string. Maybe it's not weird. It's way further down. So I called those diver flippers and Zora flippers. But not all of it. Oh, I see. Interesting. Dropped by enemies. I don't think I have a major item, a singular major item being dropped by enemies. That's a good idea. I mean, wouldn't it make sense that these be the Zora flippers? Oh, by the way, I actually prefer this version of the song. The 8-bit is... I like it a bit better than the 16-bit. I don't know. Just for now. I don't really know. Notice I'm explicitly saying water. So it's 769. Oh, I spelled breathe wrong? Okay. I'm deciding if I want level 2 flippers to do this. I mean, it wouldn't really make sense for flippers to allow you to do that, but at least now I have something there for it. 769, 770. It also doesn't 769, don't forget. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Paler blue. All right. Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled programming. I actually kind of like the idea of keeping some of these screens undone, because then if I get a good idea. Had you swim only in lakes and streams with flippers, and the mermaid suit let you swim in the ocean. Ah. Okay, I see what you're getting at, so... Technically, it's not the weirdest thing then, I guess. Oh. Oh, that's right, I was doing this, wasn't I? So quite simply, just do this. I can have this be a little breathe bubble for you to breathe in. Anyway, let's not worry about that right now. So you're able to go this way. And I need to remember, so this is the road to getting the flippers. Everything kind of hinges on you getting the flippers. Until you do, you can't really do much. So you need to get them, you need to get those flippers. So on this side, what do I let you do? Basically nothing here. You need water for this. Okay, so this is unimplemented on this side. I do kind of want you to be able to go this way. I may seem like I can't figure out where I want to go, but I do kind of want to jump between the right and left side, because both of them combined are what ultimately allow you to get, because you need to get, this is how you get to the flippers. You need to get up here. Well, that's true, Soma. Yeah. So let me be clear. There's going to be 3 water objects. Level 1 flippers, level 2 flippers, and Jewel of Mar. Level 2 flippers basically lets you dive in different liquids and swim faster, dive faster. I think just dive faster. Lets you dive faster, yes. Oh, yeah, that'd be that. The Jewel of Mar is what grants... The Jewel of Mar is basically the silver scale from Ocarina of Time. Just instead of 6 seconds from 3 seconds, it's indefinite. Well, actually, technically I haven't made the Jewel of Mar yet, so I don't know yet. That's the Jewel of Mar. I think that was because it was copied. Yeah, this was because it was copied from something else. But that's the Jewel of Mar. Can I make this a better color? I don't know. Looks fine. Anyway, so this is the flippers. Looks a little strange not being symmetrical. I very much want this to be symmetrical. I know that that's generally used for Naira's Love. I figured I wanted to use it for my Jewel of Mar, because I already have Naira's Love being something else. To maintain symmetry, this does need to be one more, doesn't it? I guess that makes sense, because then this would be here. It just occurred to me, you can't actually walk past that now. Yeah, I do eventually have plan on having a swim in lava. In fact, there's already been signs in my quest of that. This screen right here is a shortcut. Being able to go from Conflatos or from Khaldum to Conflatos and vice versa. You're intended to be able to swim between that. Also, not to mention the obvious heartbeats right here that you guys have seen since Demo 4. Yeah, was always intending on having some form of lava swimming. So, yep. Okay, so what I'm kind of thinking is, since these screens kind of run in parallel, like the left and right side, like you have this and have this, each side is going to be kind of unlocking each other, is kind of what I'm thinking. And the idea is a lot of this northern part, like probably from here, actually, you're going to be in this area and in this area before the flood, but then afterward, that's when you get access to the depths down here, and that's when things get real interesting. So, yeah, so let's figure this out. So you walk this way. I guess you ladder up. I don't like just having you simply ladder up. We're gonna make some combo trigger boomerang spots. Let's find my other updated triggers. These are all my magic triggers, by the way. All using combo triggers. Very powerful. Very nice. Magic prisms. So now let's get some of these. abolishing the old ways in favor of new ways. Boomerang trigger. No level requirement. Changes. Changes to 1. This goes to 7. States at 0. Good. And then we're actually going to copy these. And then let's copy this magic one. So what this does is all, in this case, the only thing that's going to change is all boomerang triggers triggered. So this is in the case where I want to have more than one operate. So nothing here even really changes. Realistically, I could have generified the previous one. You know what? Let's look at this, because this is not magic agnostic. Yeah, right here. Oop. Whoops. So this is just going to become a generic all triggered. I did not save where this was. I toyed with the idea that once I'm done with this quest, I'll make an updated Game Boy tile set that'll basically fully leverage combo triggers. But I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Where are you? Here we go. So this is just all triggered. So all that matters is all, I guess, just all triggers triggered. So I could even modify this one. Wait, I'm being dumb. I just don't need this. Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have done that. Because, yeah, I use this. So if I delete that, then I gotta go to where I use it and replace it. This is the one I don't need. Because now, basically, each of these just becomes, because like you see how I did this. Trigger my magic contributes to group 1. Yeah. I should just do boomerang trigger contributes to group 1. And the only thing that changes is obviously that needs to go up there, so that'll be -3. And then the only thing that changes now is you'll be 0, contributes to group 1. I'm actually going to copy and paste this one. But then the only thing that changes here is you get a different X state. And you do -4. -5. So by making however many, I made 8 of these because then that means I can have up to 8 on a screen to trigger secrets. I'm just gonna do 4 for boomerangs just because I don't really see. Wait, -4, 5, 6. Okay. I just think it's sufficient. not a big deal. But I think what I also want to do specifically for... Oh, also the same thing down here, I believe, is how I wired it. Actually, just all these contribute to a group. I think these are actually used in level 4. Yeah, that's level 4, I believe. 68. That sounds right. I don't want this contributing to a group, actually. I think I'm just going to go in here, copy this. We're already by my water. Let's do this. Or actually, let's be more sane. We're going to do boomerang trigger. Triggers. Let's just do that. Go to. Because this is proprietary to the screen. So that just triggers like state 1. 2, trigger by boomerang. Yeah. Yeah, I'll make it at state 2. Make it accurate to what I'm actually doing. So we'll put this guy here and this guy here. Because here's what I'm planning for this. We're going to have another chain go down to here. I can't do that. And these are going to have my nifty, handy, dandy block all combo, which is on page 20, which is basically where I was. I just need to scroll up a tiny bit. There you are. Well, I had that go too low. That does not work. You could cheese that pretty easily. Suspend from coral. How does that look? Oh, huh. You know? Good idea, Soma. Whoops. That's fine. Some strong coral, that's for sure. Can you cheat this? Cheese this? Yeah, you probably can. Question is, can you hit this one from over here? On second thought, I actually have this reversed from what I originally was thinking. You had to hit this one from over here. Yeah, you could pretty easily cheat that. Granted, it'd be easy to fix that. I didn't really want to use these guys everywhere. Is there a way I can make this work? I mean, I suppose just simply do that, but then that ruins the design. You know what? Why do I need to block this at all? Why do I need to block this at all? If you hit them on both on one side, okay, big whoop. Each of those is just gonna trigger one. It's fine. No big deal. I'll leave these here. That looks cool. Oh, shoot. Dang. It's not what I originally was thinking. Also, I just realized you don't actually need to do much here. Shoot. I hit the wrong key. I got myself lost for a moment. Hang candles? Oh, yeah. It's not a bad idea. I could hang candles there. Dang it. Kind of like what I did in level 4, right? So here... Oh, that's actually connected to here. Interesting. Also, that doesn't look right. Also, that doesn't look right. So hang on. Coming through here, I still haven't designed any of this here. But in terms of going this way, you can flood it right away. But the thing is, the thing is you can't swim yet. So this just becomes a pool and Link is afraid of water. So I don't need to worry about that. You literally can't go this way yet until you get the flippers. So that means this whole path pre-flippers is purely going to be unlocking. So this is going to just be a passage route basically. Oh, and then it lets you cross this way. No, it doesn't. That wouldn't make sense. Maybe it'll have it go underneath. What was I planning for this? This was going to be a fully submerged thing, wasn't it? Yeah, let's border this off. There we go. You go underneath it. Maybe that'll be what gets you over here. And I could do a thing where you pass underneath the water that ends up falling through here. You just go underneath. Or no, I wouldn't do that. You just hook shot across. Or better yet, I'll just have metal gratings that the water can get through, but you can't. But I do want you to eventually be able to plummet through here, so I don't know how that's going to work. So then back to this side. So I know where I'm going on that side. This kind of just lets you go up here. Although, you know what's funny? I overcomplicated this. I can still make this work the way I wanted it. By doing... by doing this. This will actually be allowed. Because at this point... you will not have hit the water yet. You can't do that until you have the flippers. So you will have already gone up here and bypassed this whole thing. I still fear that you can hit that. Well, how about this? Let's lower these. I don't know if you could cheat this. You probably can, but... I mean, you can only cheese it if I allow you to, it seems. Wait, where did my triggers go? I put them over here? Interesting. That I wouldn't put them with the side view stuff. I don't like that. No, I'm doing this inverted. Actually, no, this is technically fine. I just did this wrong. That's what I meant to do. Who are these? So this is 3x to x1. Yeah, let's keep that there. I don't like doing this, but oh well. Wait. So you're the triggers EX1, okay. So you're that one. So I actually want you on this side. Well, I just straight up did nothing. That's why. Yeah, so I literally can't, like, cheese this. Like, there's no capacity. Yeah, there's no capacity to cheat it. Oh, I just realized I want music. Okay, so that works how I want it. You know? This will be a swim thing. Although it made me, what occurs to me is what's holding this ladder up? Nothing. Well, how about a chain? That'll be how you get out of the water, and that's how you get up there. Okay, cool. So you come through here. You can't even do anything. Even if you trigger the water, you can't do anything. Okay. So then you go over here, you go down here. I do whatever it is that you're going to do over here. This will eventually be flooded, so you'll be limited initially what you can do. Ultimately, I do need to allow you to go up this way to some degree. Something will need to allow you to get over here. Well, let's maybe figure this out, because this side is certainly much more well-rounded, because then you go this way, you go up. You obviously won't be able to go anywhere up here until you get here, which is already well established. It's blocked off. So I think I've now established a really good choke point in this floor that, like, this is kind of the screen where it's like, okay, we need to do a lot of stuff here to be able to actually get up here, which is good, because the ultimate prize is the flippers, which is a dungeon item. So you start here. Oh, can't do anything. So then you go down. Let's not have you go this way yet. You'd solve that. That unlocks that. Okay, cool. When you can get over here, you're able to go through there now. And then realistically, there's not much else you can do. So now let's blow this wall. Go this way. Go down to the right. Go down this way. All right. So we've established this now. Okay, and that's where we have the Zoomies Maze. The East Australian Current Room. Let's call that the East Australian Current Room. That's what's gonna feel like. That's what's gonna feel like for Link. So basically I'm going to let myself play with these 4 screens. Oh, this is a cool idea I had here. The water breaks the platform, and then perhaps it... Oh, I forgot I put that there. Anyway, getting distracted is super, super easy, unfortunately. How about from up here to down here, your goal... And I put this here in the case that you did the water thing. I mean, then you get stuck though, so I can't really allow that. Right there, I fixed it. I might even make it where you take damage if when you walk through this water, because I mean, geez, it's... Oh, maybe not damage. I don't know. So the ultimate goal is go from here to down here. Because you're not going to be able to get up there until... Well, you have to be able to get up there before you trigger the water. Unless I had float... Oh. Ooh, idea. You need to trigger the water. Ooh, okay. The ideas are flowing, as it were. Whoever designed this temple was very strange. Anyway, so that's gonna be how. Well, that still doesn't really work though. This is already screw it. It gets plenty of water with this. Because then that one column of water fills this up. Then this one column of water fills this up. Okay. I have a really fun idea for this next screen. I'm going to enjoy this one. We're going to have you ride the rapids. Basically is what I'm thinking with this. So this water is going to fill up to about here, right? Or I can engineer how my water flows and make it fill up a little higher. Or, no, that makes more sense like this. There we go. Okay, so now my water fills up a little bit higher. Now it'll fill up to here. Well, not really riding the rapids, I'll say. Let's have you have... kind of feel like doing coral for everything now. I mean, this is a Zora palace, so, you know. Where is my wooden crate? I have one. I know where to look for it. Alright, I'm just gonna be lazy. We're going to level 4. There's my wooden crates. Alright. We need wooden crates for this one. So what these are going to be... Oh, and guess what? I need multiples of these, so that means we need combo triggers. So let's put these guys right here. Same deal. Not really same deal. Let's do this. Actually, honestly... This is what this will be. Untrue. This will be here and these will be here. We're gonna make this be hook, shot, trigger. I don't know. Because I want to say it goes back 4 combos to something transparent. But at the same time, it's triggering, I'll say, triggers X1. Where's hook shot? Wait, let's just take one. Let's just do this. Do everything except the tile, but then I need to modify... So it doesn't do that. I'll need to figure out what that'll be. That'll be 1. Response to EX1, so that'll go -5. Actually, let's go -4. What? Well, it does have a trigger. It responds. I guess this has to be copycat. Oh, shoot. X state -4. 1. This is -4. And the reason I did -4 is because I want to put this here. -4 is easy to remember. Yeah, so these guys are basically inverted from each other, so this is going to be nothing. Well, actually, it will need to be solid. Much like these will need to be solid. Alright. I got myself kind of turned around, so let's just double check. So response to EX1, so changes by that. Has no effects here. Goes back 4, responds to 1. Okay, so then just copy paste. Sure, copy the tile, I don't care. Response to EX2, 2, 5. Alright. So basically what we have going on here, these are the combos we're actually using. So this will be this one, this will be this one. So now the only problem, oh crap, this just got really complicated. I need to handle when you have and haven't triggered the water. Unless this is an instance where you need to trigger the water. That makes my life so much easier. Let's assume you triggered the water, because otherwise this gets super challenging. Because otherwise then I can have you there and you there. I have a better idea, actually. Oh, that's not what I... Okay, interesting. I want this to be an FFC. Because with an FFC, I can have it float. And then I could even add an animation since I made the combo custom. I didn't make the tile custom, of course, but... Well, it works. Ugh. I wanted to make sure that they're not solid. Although the FFC I copied wasn't solid to begin with. Oh, well. Okay, well, apparently it also still has a script, because I never actually removed that. There we go. That's a shame. I don't think this is gonna work. Honestly, let's just not. Because I could still put these here. What? Oh. Okay, well maybe FFCs will work. I didn't realize that I forgot to remove this solidity. Let's try that again. I haven't had any issues with solid FFCs personally. I use them all over the place. Alright, well. Well, clearly it's not working the way I want. Conditionally solid FFCs are what's challenging. I can't really have it like animating up and down, honestly. That's gonna look a little strange. Oh shoot. I was still assuming secret flags. Okay. So I'm now assuming that you have triggered the water to go on this side. This actually should be like this. Make this a bit symmetrical here. Okay. Just have that connect up with that. This will connect up with that. Oh shoot, but if I'm assuming you sent the water over here, you can't get over here then. Also, I just realized you have a nice little soft lock spot here with the way I did it. Okay. Well, so when the water is flowing, it'll hit here. So you'll still be able to safely land on these 4 when the water's already flowing down. So technically, I can give you a ladder up here, and then we can bring some of these platforms here. Water will still be flowing down this way. Okay, I think that'll work fine. Because the water will be here and here. It won't be on these 4. You can walk across, yeah. Okay. Okay, so what's the challenge here? So you got water flowing in here, but I need you to be able to somehow navigate through without. I think here we're also just going to have some navigation rooms. Let's see. Oops. I don't want to do this. So I'm thinking now water's just gonna fall. Oh, global states? I've been reluctant to start diving into global states because they're global, and I think you only get 32 of them. So I want to save those for when it's most impactful. Level states are at least per level, so I can be a little frivolous with those. How do I want to do this? I guess this won't be as much what I was expecting. Because I don't really know how to get the water to continue across while also having it fall. I mean, I could have it zigzag. Yeah, I've started getting more into level states. I wasn't originally, but lately I have been. Now the water will fall here. I had the idea of like the infinite moving block, but well, wait. You can go through here when it's dry. I see. Well, there's a lot you could do without level states. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna simplify this. It doesn't need to be super fancy or crazy. Let's just do this. Let's make this more of a navigation puzzle situation. So water's gonna flow down here. I think here too. Make this symmetrical, in fact. That'll look cool. Yeah, that looks neat. So let's have you go across this way. Well, if I want you to have want there to be enemies, you need to something like that. That's actually going to be water, so yeah. This will be water, and then it'll just waterfall down into here. This has to be one of the hardest dungeons that I've designed in a while. It's just a lot of thought. Yeah. Yeah, I was originally going to do that here, but I changed my mind. That is going, because this dungeon's already kind of crazy as it is. I'm going to have a dungeon that's like a true Ocarina of Time water dungeon, for sure. Um, I'm thinking that might be an optional dungeon. We'll see. How about in this room? You gotta just straight up climb it. Where's my... How do I want you to do this? A bit steep. I'm kind of curious how this room will play out. Immediate problem noticed. How about this? You have to fall in. Again, playing into that whole point of no return situation. I hope you can reach those. So obviously this isn't meant to be a hard room, it's just a fun playing with side views situation. Oh, really? Fine. What? Well, that's cute. Doesn't really do anything, but... Ooh, ooh, that's cool. Ooh. Did I just create a really tight hookshot thing also? Huh. Alright, well. Easy enough to fix. I've already figured this out. Just do this. Oh, you could still cheese that though. Alright, well how about this? I move it over again. Ha, I defy you to cheese that. Yep, no cheating allowed. Unless you bounce. Wait, is this possible? Oh, you didn't bounce me up. Okay. Oh, but then you could just... Ah, shoot. I think I can't have the steps. I can't have the steps. Dang. Because otherwise you could just cheat it. You could cheat it. Alright. This is tough. I don't know if this is actually possible. Ugh. That's not possible. All right, let's make it a little bit of a challenge here. And of course, you can't have inexplicably floating ladders. All right, I'm just gonna use a normal hook shot. I've already established you can't reach that. So it's still a challenge? Oh. It's really not. Also, let's just test here. God dang it. Okay, for people who don't know to like stand on like how far you can stand on the very edge, like let's say a reasonable player might think, oh, I can go that far off, even though obviously you can go 15 pixels off. Ooh, God, that's actually really tough. Alright, well I'm just gonna cheat this because I already know the rest of this works. I mean, it's possible. It's not that hard, actually. Of course, I know how far I can stand. But like if I'm like say here, yeah, you gotta like kind of work out how close you can be. And then that was fine. Oh, this is a rage room. I mean, technically you can't grab it before you fall, so maybe. But there again, you can do this without... I never actually made it to where you can do this without the water. So that's relying on you having the water. Alright. I think we just need to get rid of this idea. Because it's not working. It's going to be too complicated if I try to get it to work with the water having been triggered. I'm kind of already forgetting. Hate that I am required not to have the water. Like, I really like this room. It's really simple, but I love it. It perfectly demonstrates. Unless, of course... defeats one of the whole things. I could make you have to have triggered the water to even get in here. I don't like that idea. But I've already established on the left side, you can't even trigger the water the first time you go in. So I guess I'm okay with it. Okay. So now the water will be triggered. That makes my life a heck of a lot easier, and I can still leverage this idea. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant. So now we already have established that there is water here. Okay, okay. So these are now going to be floating crates. So how about... we just say you guys are already floating here. So it's actually cool. We've already established there's water here now. So now this is like an can you try not to drown thing. Also, idea. How does that actually work then? Oh, I can also test this. Whoa. Well, alright, that's a problem. Also, how is that even gonna work when there's water there? Let's mock this out as though this was already here. Also, you guys can see what essentially what it'll look like. Oh, I also did that wrong. This has to go on layer 3. And then on layer 2, we have our water. The layer 2 water is what actually makes it water. Let's take a look at this though, quickly. Well, Oh, wait a minute. No. Actually, no. First of all, I'm okay with this. But the problem with these as they stand is... okay. So now they'll actually damage you. Oh, also, well, perhaps I should put the water all the way down. I don't know why I didn't think that would be bad. But, yeah, now I'm stuck. Well, what I really wanted to test was with flippers. Oh, I know why that's like that. Drown. I mean... I'm seeing this one. What? Okay, well, at least his drowning is actually like a thing now. Hmm. Oh, wait a minute. Why is it saying that? Unsafe ground. I've never been able to get that flag to work. Yeah, I've never been able to get that to work. Where were you saying to add it? Cool, so now there's actually a punishment to failure. Okay, that's not even possible. Okay. I need a third one here. I need a quest rule. I don't know what the quest rule would be. Oh, I like how I added the thing, but I didn't actually add the thing. Yeah, well, now I'm swimming. Oh, well, that's not right. Although it occurred to me, you could just do that. Okay. So I can do what for the screen? Oh my god, I just realized what I want these screens over here to be. I think this is going to be my Legionnaire room. It just kind of hit me. Class. I see. Ah, that's why. Ah. Cool. There actually have been situations where I've wanted that. Okay. Will do. Let's grab these. So what did I have checked here? Those two. Oh, enemies stay dead. Oh, well that's nice. Finally. That literally means I don't need the script anymore. Enemies never return. I think, was it these 3? It wasn't 3, but why wouldn't... Oh no, it just wasn't enemy's item. Gotcha. That'd be 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, let's do level 4. This boss music script I won't even need. How about this? Block puzzle. Need to have a good block puzzle in here. So now let's remind myself that this is going to be a block puzzle. Those are all my push generics. Okay, good. So that'll be a block puzzle. Nice sword colors. This one looks strange. I know how to fix it. Oh my god. Even with the Master Sword, he's taking quite a bit of hits. Did I have to place the item? I did. Yes. Ah, yes. Okay, that's what I did wrong. There we go. That's fine like that, yeah. So that'll be the Legionnaire. You will have needed to have triggered the water to even get to him. Cool, so done with that. So now back to this bit over here. So, okay. water is triggered, so now water becomes hazard. So perhaps, So on this side, all you're basically doing on this side is unlock. Okay, well, so that unlocks that. And then you can proceed down this way. And then you just do something. I kind of like the idea that this path here ultimately ends you up over here and into this. But then that begs the question of where does this path lead you? Because it's... Oh, interesting. I didn't even realize how far down I was. Holy crap, I'm on the lower half. Well, the thing is, once this floods... Like, this is all flooded. But, like, even these screens will have water on them. Well, these two might not. Probably not, actually. They're going to be fairly cavernous. Also, I'll be right back. I am back. Sorry about that. Okay. So these crates are floating. Ultimately, I'm thinking this is going to be a pure water area. Like I said, the lower half is going to be mostly flooded. So you won't be coming down here until flippers. So then here, you're basically going to be routed down here, which I'll have to figure out how that works with the water. Or maybe that'll be a water path and this will be the dry path, since that would actually make the most sense. But then this being water needs to have a purpose. I'll be able to give it a purpose, I think. But, okay, so then that'll go up there. But then it also needs to go over this way. I think the way I can make that work is like a hookshot spot situation. Oddly enough, a quest I've played that has done something like that is Panoply Caladia. So I think this will be kind of neat. So let's like blow some of this out. I think 2 is fine. So let's do that. And then let's do like... do something like this. Of course, I need to account for if you try to jump off, because obviously that'd be a bad thing. Yeah. And then these will be hookshot spots. Probably like there and there. This is a temple, so I do want to make this be somewhat fancy looking. A lot of just detail stuff. I mean, hang on. So it's gonna be water by the time you're through here. Honestly, I think I'll just have it be flooded up to this point. So basically missing that hookshot spot just means drowning. Like, if I do this, then this could be like the height of the water. In fact, heck, I could even do more than that. I'll probably go to like here. Because then it's in line with this. So this will be the topmost combo of water through here. So basically there'll be water at least on the very bottom, which will be enough to obviously drown you. So then that gets you up there. And then of course you'll still drown if you fall here. And the reason I say that is because I'm thinking more hookshot. I don't want to do that. I'll let you go this way. Okay, so since I said that's going to be flooded up to that point, well, obviously water is going to need to be there. So yeah, like I can have a lot of open area here because it's just basically going to be flooded water. Let's exercise some symmetry here. So water's gonna have to go down here. That's basically it, though. I think I want you to activate something that lets you go through here. Oh, there needs to be an out path here. If there isn't, you're stuck. Interesting. My whole thing of like put in a return. Well, there needs to be a return, otherwise you're a bit screwed. Interesting. Well, I'd imagine so, yeah, since side view has actually gotten a lot of attention by the devs, which is very cool. Shoot, I kind of boxed myself into a corner. Obviously, I could give you a point in a return, but I don't really want to have to. It's a fun challenge to figure out how to do this. Honestly, easy point in a return. Easy point in a return. I don't even know why I acted like this was a challenge. Why did I even think that this would be a problem? Well, I'd imagine so. You've been making quests for as long as you have. Because now what that allowed me to do is this. So this won't be flooded, but could be flooded. It'll be interesting to see how this all works when stuff could be flooded or not. May or may not be flooded. Okay, well, first of all, let's do this. I actually have a fun little challenge idea here. With some jumping the gap situations here. I don't have a lot of space. Maybe I'll just do like that. That ultimately gets you up here. And then down here. But your point of no return, well, your return trip from the point of no return can be here, but that could also potentially be a shortcut, I think. Which that could be pretty neat. The only problem is this now. Actually, it's not a problem. I just use these. Yeah, I guess I'll just do this. Yeah, I'll just do that. Yeah, so that ultimately connects those two sides. But since water will already be activated here... Oh, there also does need to be a... Oh, wait, there needs to be a barrier on the water. Ooh, I completely forgot about this. So there actually won't be water on the left side. I'm glad I remembered that. This is the limits of where the water will go. Actually, this is the boss room. So, yeah, this is kind of where this road is going to end here. Wow, I got all the way down to the boss room. Dang it. And guess what layer I've been on? Okay, so there will probably not be water over here. I'd actually like this to somehow be a one-way. That's actually easy to do. I'll have to update my tiles for this, but I already do that. Actually, no, I don't already do that, but I have a means of doing that. Looks a little strange, but I'll worry about the tiles later. There we go. So that is now one way. So now what's the point of going this way from here? That's the question. We've already established here that there's a lot you can't do until there's water. But I'd still like there to be something you can do. And I'm thinking... then from here, this outputs you down here. What if this just unlocks a key for you? What if this just simply unlocks a key? Where did I put that lever? Weird to have them so close together. The water does find itself flooding down there. But then wait, I'm saying water spontaneously finds itself here? How does water get in here? Unless this particular room never has water. Which is a possibility. I just never have water here. I don't need water in the entire area. Yeah, because I don't actually have a way of getting water over there currently. This is where I was anticipating having it stop. I mean, enough of this is going to be flooded, so... yeah. So how about I do something like... we have a platform here. And let's have there be key. Now I'll let you just be able to straight up see that. Why would I allow you to see this now? It's one thing I'm wondering. Oh shoot, the screen is flawed. All right, well I guess I'm doing this, which works for me because I was actually thinking of just not allowing you to see this screen or get to the screen from here. Like doing this. Because you have to go up and around. If you didn't trigger that, then you gotta go back, which you definitely can do. Kind of weird I started designing these without considering these screens. Oh well. I have a flow going here, and it's, you know, it's going. So this will be perfect because you won't be able to get in here until the. Oh, but there's not going to be water. Shoot. Man, I wish I could have allowed water there. Actually, I can allow water. We're just gonna have a little drain spout here, I guess. Oh, I want water to be in here. This is the best way I can think about how to do it. Well, actually, I didn't even need to do that last bit of design. Because I'm already establishing that water is going to be, like, up to here. So it'll be actually just high enough to flow into here, and this bottom will be water. Okay. Yes. So I'm thinking this part of the water will probably just be, like, up to here. I don't know. Whatever it ends up being. And I'm going to put a grate here just because it doesn't need to... You don't need to be able to go through there. If I want that to be a shortcut, maybe so be it. What does hitting that trigger do? I'm being dangerous and having you fall here. So this has to be something you can accomplish with or without that. Here's what I'm thinking. We're going to put a hookshot spot here. Which will then mean that needs to be that, that needs to be that, that needs to be that. Okay. So I'm thinking small ledge here. So if you're going to choose to be over here when you fall, then, well, I guess that's... Well, maybe I'll be nice to the player. It'll catch ya. But I want to have a moving platform. And it won't require water. Moving platform? Do I want to do that? Well, and also, this isn't going to be here. Because I'm trying to think, what will hitting the switch do? What will hitting that switch do? Because you need to have a way to get out of here. You need to have a way to get out of here without anything else. I'm thinking... I am actually thinking moving platform. What else do I have to work with here? No, that's fine. Yeah, I think moving platform would be cool. Like one of these singular ones here. In fact, ooh, let's do zigzagging. Oops. So let's have this move at like 3, maybe 2. Platform. The water level is going to be what here? So this will be hovering right above that. Let's go here. Okay. Let's have another one. -2. All right. Let's grab you. Let's put you over here. You become, so it's minus changer. Changer 2. Perfect. Don't even need to edit that. Better yet, I could literally have these start wherever the heck I want. Yeah, they could be wherever the heck I want. Okay. So imagine you'll have water below you. Oh, wait. You actually might not have water below you, which is kind of an issue. What if you don't have water? Crap. That actually sucks. How about if you don't have water, then we use these nice fancy pillars. Or, So yeah, the idea is if you fall down here without... I mean, the easiest solution is just a ladder. Could do that. I don't like just doing ladders everywhere. I don't like that. Wish I had more room. That ain't gonna work. This needs to go down one, which then puts you right up against that moving platform, which is probably fine. That's nice. All right, well, that ain't right. Alright, well that works for me. Oops, I suck. Really? That didn't hit? I mean, you know, the funny thing is, I can technically have this hookshot spot be right up against the edge. It's not solid, so there's actually nothing stopping me from doing that. Like, I could do that, realistically, with no issues. I'll even demonstrate. Oh, well. You all need to be... solid and platforms. I'm gonna have to wrap up real soon here. Basically, once I make sure that the screen all works. So... What? Okay. Ah, nice. It just did not place. I love that. So now that's what that switch is gonna do. It's gonna allow you to actually go up there. Eat. There we go. I'll need to do something more with those. All right. Ooh, I saw that. Did a weird thing with my hookshot there because I got pushed. Yeah, the fact that it pushes you is... So wait. Do I actually reach that from there? Like, can I stand here? No. Okay, so I do definitely need this, and you need to not get shoved. Lovely. Well, alright. Not fully implemented. But that's the idea. And even when flooded, you know, you'll be able to do this. Actually, I think you will be able to do this, although you may drown. But... oh well, you know. I like that platform being like that. Okay. So then you do this. And then perhaps... you hook shot up to a thing that gets you up here. Could do that. Do that. Do that. This whole thing can be chained up here. And then let's just reuse my switch again because I'm feeling a little lazy at the moment. Let's just put this guy here. Do this. 16. Let's do 16, or this will be 17, and then this will be 16. And then here will be 17. And then that'll allow you to get back through. God dang it. I'm not gonna have the correct physics here. You get up here. Oh. Interesting. Okay, so that's gonna have to change, obviously. Oops. Too low. Oh. Okay, so I think one more combo is fine. Well, that's not good. I see what's going on there. I guess this is going to be a singular shaft. Guess it'll be like this. Wait, doing that did absolutely nothing for me. Alright, well, I do need to be off. So, thank you everyone for watching. Made a lot of progress tonight. Yeah. Level 7's coming around pretty nicely. It's fairly complicated, but as you can see, a good amount of this floor is implemented. So, tons of progress. I'll see you guys in the next dev stream. Have a good evening.